Holy fuck. That's unreal.
It's unreal. We have a good old-fashioned test. Back to the good old days, Michael. We're going to test swing weights today.
Love it. Look at that spin. On a bad strike. I could be able to sleep tonight.
All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. We have a good old-fashioned test. Back to the good old days, Michael. We're going to test swing weights today.
Love it.
There's going to be some wacky things going on.
Shocker.
We're going to be doing some things that are a little unconventional. You get some lead tape at the top of your grip. That's okay.
That's how I play.
That's how you play. A little bit odd, but you do a good job. We're going to be testing a range of swing weights with Mikey. And we're going to be looking at, what does swing weight do? What does the influence of weight in certain parts of the golf club do? Obviously, when we're changing swing weight, depending on what side of the golf club we put it at, it's going to be changing total weight, it's going to be changing swing weight, depending on what side of the fulcrum ultimately the weight is placed. And I think a lot of you out there, whether you go for a fit, whether you look at your own clubs, whether you're hobbyists of your own, you probably have a lot of questions around swing weight and what should a swing weight be?
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty broad question.
I mean, I used to get that question all the time. What should my swing weight be of this components? It all depends.
I think people are so hung up on D2. That's what clubs should be. I mean, how many times in fits did we get, somebody who was playing a club half inch under, 75 gram grips and go, but these have to be D3. I play D3.
They read the websites too much.
Too much. So we want to go through that today, and I'm not actually going to tell Mikey what his swing weights are. I'm making a note, and you guys will see it on the screen exactly what the total weights and the swing weights are. And we want to just unwrap this at the end just to see what it's going to be. We'll maybe work into some extremes in some way and see what we get. Cool. All right, let's start with some 7-irons, Mikey. All right, Mikey, one thing I will tell you is the total weight, because I don't think that really means anything in the grand scheme of things. This golf club weighs 467 grams.
Okay.
Quite heavy. But obviously, and you don't know what the swing weight is.
Yeah, I know this.
You just know it's lighter because it's in the butt end of the golf club. So very curious what happens to strike, path, direction. I want to know how it feels.
Okay.
We all know that the difference in how a club performs is a lot by the feedback of how we experience it.
Right.
Now, one in a row. Your miss is left.
Yeah.
That's interesting. A little bit more weight in the handle. Initially, just kind of swinging it, feeling it, holding it. What do you feel?
I'll be honest with you. At the top of the swing, it doesn't feel like the head's any lighter.
Yeah. That's good because it's not.
Yeah.
Because that's the one thing we have to remember when it comes to swing weight. Swing weight is the measurement of weight or the balance point on a swing weight scale. The head weight did not get lighter. The shaft did not. The club didn't get shorter.
Yeah.
We just added a little bit more weight.
Yeah.
On the butt end of the club. So on a swing weight scale, it's lighter, but actually in your hands, there's just a bit more weight in the handle.
Yeah. And that's I would say it feels like there's something there, but I don't know. Maybe that's just playing in my head because I can feel it. I'm
more interested in this point in the numbers.
Yeah.
To see are there any changes? Absolutely flushed.
Strike feels different.
Yeah, it's not flying nearly as far as I'm used to seeing you hit.
It's like, it feels a lot lower on the face than what that's showing. It feels like one bottom groove. Bit better, higher in the face. I mean, they don't go left.
Isn't that interesting? I mean, you've had a left issue with the irons.
Yeah, no kidding.
That pull has been quite prominent.
I mean, yeah, you give me that ball flight outside, I'd take it.
I know. Well, you've just picked up a nice amount of height. We just done...
it was 75 we were saying?
75. Look at the spin. Your 9-iron was at 6,200. There he is.
There she is.
There he is.
Jokes. The last like 3 strikes, even the one that went left, definitely feel better. I don't know if it just took me a while
That last one was perfect.
to get to the bottom of the ball.
Mm-hmm. One more.
So thin. Weird.
Yeah, it seems to be a little bit of
Thin strike, yeah.
a little bit of a thinner strike, and yes, living a little low in the head. So, how did it feel to swing it? Okay.
Not great. Didn't love it. If
Out of
honestly, 5. And just stand in the corner.
All right. Like we've changed the swing weight quite a bit. Ironically, in doing so, I made a little mistake. Total weight was not 467 grams. It's
36.
36.7. This is now about 8.7 grams lighter.
Okay.
So, less total weight, more swing
More
weight.
swing weight.
Can you feel it? Not yet.
Not yet.
If you. Better.
Mm-hmm.
Is it going to do it?
No.
Somebody move the hole.
Someone move the hole.
Cody. Always Cody. Right, that's about right for you. 100.
Yeah.
I always think 115 miles an hour is about what I'd see from you. Really
Big
good
height.
numbers.
Big height's nice. Face the path, 0. Where were you 3 months ago?
I've always been here.
Uh-huh.
Where have you been?
Golfing.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Yep. Good.
Not bad. Better.
Mm-hmm. Like that one.
I mean, 2 or 3 good swings with it. I'll say this feels 10 times better than the first combo.
Okay. Excellent.
This makes sense to say the first combo felt stiff. I don't know why, but it felt horrendous.
All right.
Holy f***. That's unreal.
Unreal. How does it feel?
I mean, when you handed it to me and I didn't look, I was like, it definitely
Feels
feels a wee bit
Should
heavier.
do.
But that's
Been
why.
an increase.
Okay. Well, look at that spin on a bad strike. Not gonna be able to sleep tonight. Uh-oh.
Sounded quite nice.
Yeah, strike was great. I didn't swing like
it's
normally
fast.
at it.
Yeah. Just go to bed, listen to that strike. That is what you want to hear, that noise right there. Good again.
To get that one, you really gotta
You gonna work?
commit to it. Yeah. I mean, it feels great when you
Does
do
it?
it.
So if the first was a 5 out of 10 feel wise, second one would have been what?
Probably like 7.5, 8.
Okay, 7.5, 8. What's this?
7.
Okay, so you've fallen over the other
Yeah.
past the tipping point.
Like obviously strike sounds great, don't get me wrong,
Yeah,
but
you can feel the
you
work.
gotta. I'm lazy, remember?
Oh, have to tell me.
Yeah, it's good when it's good. It's bad when it's lazy.
All right, kid, one more good one.
Okay.
Not a bad strike.
Not bad.
It's just a
There's a lot of
smidgen
effort.
open. All right.
Old Faithful.
Yeah,
Wow.
back to
maybe.
no tape, no
Wow.
different.
Mm-hmm. Cody got in my head. My swing weight, like he goes obviously left, but it feels easier to get to the bottom of the ball. That's what my feeling is. Better.
Really nice. All right. That's a nice collection with yours and a nice way to kind of finish the test. So let's go in reverse order. Let's look at what does your club do overall, Mikey? We're pretty happy with that, right? 85 miles an hour. Your strike is kind of in the middle of the club, which is good. Path is neutral. All is pretty good in the world with that.
Not bad.
No issues. There's a dispersion pattern here left, but yeah, not bad at all. If we look in the table, we're peaking out at 77 feet in height. So, in fact, let me measure one thing. I need to do total weight in yours. I know the swing weight. You know the swing weight.
Yeah, C8.
C8. Explain that to the viewers. They might be thinking, why is Mike using swing weights that are so light?
Yeah, that's a good question. My old irons were D2.5 to D3. And then these ones that were built for me just came out a little light. And to be honest with you,
that's where the components went to, wasn't it?
I didn't really check they just went straight in the bag. I should have checked the swing weights. But
you don't have a build shop, which is difficult.
True.
Okay, so this is by far, I'm going to bring this over with so I can reference it. This is by far the lightest overall weight.
Okay.
It is, as I said, C8. So the range we went to, Mikey, we started you off at C5 on swing weight.
With the big butt.
With the weight and the handle. Obviously, C8 in yours. We went D0, D5. D0 and D5. So four swing weights effectively. So if we look at what we were at C5, let's look at the differences. You really struggled with that strike.
Yeah.
Low in the head, wasn't it?
Hard to find the bottom of the ball.
Yeah. There was something that was quite interesting, that you seemed to have a little bit less toe down deflection.
Yeah.
Which I was kind of noticing as it went along, which is not a bad thing for you to have, the toe a little bit less out the ground, but.
And dispersion was not bad, right?
It was okay. Just north-south was a little bit the issue. As we got closer to what yours was, this is where I expected to probably see you actually do quite well in around D0. And it was actually quite similar to yours, really. In terms of numbers, in fact, it's very, very close.
Yeah.
I would say you struck yours slightly better.
Yeah.
Just,
probably just
at that
comfort.
point in the test, yeah. And when we went heavy,
I thought it was going to be heavier than D5, is what you.
I know.
It just felt like.
But genuinely, C8 to D5 is a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's a big jump. So, you were not as quick. You were much quicker with yours. You delivered the same amount of loft regardless. It's interesting. Dynamic lie angle. The lighter that it was, the less toe down you were. Quite interesting to see that.
Yeah.
As a little bit of a progression. Path was what it was. Attack was what it was. So really, weight did not influence you to deliver the club any differently. It did cause some deflection differences.
Yeah.
And the weight was a little bit in the toe side because that's where the space is in the cavity of the T150. So really what I think I saw in the kind of the way that the test played out, Mikey, I think you struggled the most with the lightest. The second was like you felt really hard work with the heaviest. And somewhere in the middle, it felt pretty good. D0.
You think like
C8.
I'm thinking, that C8 could probably go to D0.
Could, no problem.
Pretty quickly, and maybe clean up that left to right a little bit.
Yeah, I think that would have absolutely no negative implications kind of whatsoever. I really don't. I think if you added a little bit in there, that would be absolutely fine. you know, any time for you, you know, I think, as I say, we can clean up a little bit that toe down. I'd be game, you know, for that.
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
don't want it being, you know, the least amount of toe down deflection was the lightest. Right. So I definitely don't want it being kind of too off. Looking at your standard deviations, was really quite good around yours, was the best.
Or
on
the
spin.
lightish one, yeah.
Yeah.
That one at D5, again, if someone said pick a swing weight, what is it? I would have told you D8, E0, like it felt sledgehammery. And that's probably why, you know, you see the standard deviation so high. It was just tough to get it to the ball as consistent as what mine, I mean, mine's obviously comfort.
Yeah.
But even that C5, you know, it wasn't awful, but it was just not, it wasn't what this is.
Without a doubt. Okay. Nice little iron swing weight test. We are going to do the exact same thing on Mike's driver. We're going to do that in another video because, as we said, moving weight around is not a 1-to-1 ratio. For every gram you move it on an iron, does not move swing weight the same amount as it does with the driver. So we are going to take a dive into, you know, we didn't see that much of a swing weight change or a swing delivery change. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I'm in the fit looking, well, how can I influence a delivery change? We really didn't see that much for Mikey. It just became more just a sort of consistency of contact thing. Let's actually have a quick look at that just quickly there. I don't want to make sure I'm not overlooking. Look what the strike height was on the white. The lightest was low. The kind of next most off center was the blue. And then you were basically a little bit toy and a little bit heely, but in the equator of the club with that C8, D0. Another reason that you're going to get more bang for your buck in efficiency out of it as well.
Cool.
Good. Okay, guys. Hopefully a little bit of an education when it comes to swing weight. The one thing I will say, it can do different things to different people. If you are influenced differently by, oh, this feels really light, oh, this feels really heavy, and your swing is a little bit more susceptible to change, you might find yourself doing something a little bit different than Mike. As I say, the reason people are more likely to add so much of it to wedges, and that's where we see lead tape being used kind of the most, is that it moves swing weight the least.
Yeah.
So you can use a little bit more to gain a feel of what you truly like. Remember, total weight and swing weight are not combined. We were able to go way up in total weight, actually just below, the D5 was the heaviest. We had to add a lot of weight, 440 grams in total. But 436.7 was the lightest swing weight. So, you know, you can change total weight, but not change swing weight that much. And again, the delivery is worth experimenting with it to see what it is.
Definitely. Good test.
Yeah, very good. All right, guys, let us know in the questions. Does this test give you more questions and answers? Does it give you some answers to some questions that you were interested in? I think it will be an everlasting thing people are curious about. What swing weight should you be? Just make sure that you're able to test that. You're able to go through the process. Very inexpensive to buy a roll of lead tape. Go through the process yourself. Obviously, the swing weight scale is not the easiest to get access to, but not that difficult either if you have access to a shop somewhere. All right, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear your feedback on a swing weight video. Does swing weight matter? I want to hear from you. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you again soon.